We have the Anthony Joshua Otto Wallin fight coming up in December. I feel like Otto Wallin is basically the perfect match for Anthony Joshua at this point. Anthony Joshua's had a lot of guys who's been boxers, strikers, punchers, um, guys who want to brawl. He's fought different styles, so at this point right now, he should be more prepared than anybody as to what type of boxer he actually needs to be facing or can face as far as his abilities and his skills. The Helenius fight was a lot difficult. I don't know as much the information. I don't know if he confirmed it yet, but I'll take everybody else's word on it and say that he has a new trainer, which will be his fourth trainer in the past 4 fights. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? He's switching trainers and changing different things like that. Now, if he stays with Derrick James, that'll be good, but I haven't really looked into it like that. I think he's changed trainers again. At this point now, he's made so many different changes and different things. They should be having a Wilder fight at this point, but if he wants to challenge himself with Otto Wallin, I mean, he can have those things. I guess he wants to get some kind of nightmares out of his head as far as past losses and things, but this is not the perfect opponent to do it against because this guy right here is coming to win the fight. I will say he didn't look as dominating as a fighter as I saw him the last time. I don't know if that was because of activity. I'll put it on activity. But for him, Wallin, he's gonna have to have a perfect fight because Anthony Joshua, I feel, is someone that can challenge him at this time, especially with the uppercuts and different things that Joshua, I feel like he can do in the inside when he's willing to fight. I feel like I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation because I feel like Wallin could have let his hands go a little bit more in his last fight. I feel like he kind of kept it closer than what it was supposed to be. He didn't have any quick tendencies when it came to facing a guy who has power punches and different things like that. I feel like the power kind of had him a little hesitant, which is something I would advise him not to do against Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua will basically take advantage of that. Anthony Joshua likes when guys try to run from the inside work and different things like that. That's when he's gonna lean on you and throw uppercuts, and he's gonna get the jab and straight right hand going. So it should be a good match, man. I'm pretty intrigued by the card they're gonna be having soon coming up. Do I feel like it's now or never for a lot of guys right now. But with Anthony Joshua, if he wants to keep trying to set up future fights and let's have this fight and then Wilder will be soon and all these other things, I mean, he's gonna find himself in a situation where he can't find a huge fight or anything like that because of the goals they're trying to meet. They're trying to meet goals before they can really get there. A lot of people aren't really interested in waiting on Anthony Joshua to make his next move. They feel like right now the fight he's in, this is basically the best move he can have. But it should have been Wilder in most guys' eyes. I don't know if it should have been Wilder. I mean, yeah. I felt like the last few fights it should have been Wilder, so I don't know what makes this different. I felt like Fury, Wilder, a lot of these guys, they could have been alternating already. You know, most of these guys having losses don't really bring down their value, so it doesn't really matter. A lot of people, I guess they're going to care about Undisputed, you know, but after Undisputed is done, people are still going to want to see another good heavyweight fight, so it is what it is when it comes to those certain things, but I'm not too intrigued by the whole situation as far as the heavyweight landscape, because we keep letting a lot of fights slip away, and it's something that I feel like should have a better just outlook and situation on things when they're doing it, when they're coming up with the plans of these things. Because these fights, they feel put together, man. Like I was saying, with the whole situation of Ngannou and that fight, I felt like this right here was just a cleanup situation for the Ngannou fight, because a lot of people seen how Fury looked and different things like that. So it felt like they putting these heavyweight fights together to kind of change the whole outlook on things and make it seem like it's all put together, and when it's really not. You know what I'm saying? That performance that was last had by Tyson Fury was sloppy, and then Anthony Joshua's last performance was sloppy too. So even though those are guys who was coming off wins and things like that, they had sloppy performances. A lot of boxing fans don't respect it. A lot of MMA fans kind of lost respect for the art of boxing. So hopefully these next couple of fights, these big fights leading up to the big undisputed fight with Tyson Fury, will give a lot of fans some kind of rejuvenation as far as respecting the art of boxing. Because right now nobody really respects it. It's kind of a joke. Even though we have some serious fights coming up now with the Tyson Fury and Shakur Stevenson, a lot of people just felt like the performances weren't up to par with what a lot of boxing fans try to brag about, certain things like that. But I feel like these heavyweight fights that they're putting together are going to be spectacular. I don't feel like anybody's going to sleep on what these guys are bringing to the table and certain things like that. Anthony Joshua's still a great competitor, you know what I'm saying? He's still gonna try to come out there and be the best. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not fighting just to fight at this point. I know most people think he's just trying to get a paycheck, which everybody's trying to get a paycheck. I mean, there's not much people do for free these days. Matter of fact, I'll say this, nobody does anything for free these days. If you do a favor, they're gonna wanna, even if you do a favor, usually a favor is supposed to be something free. It's not a loan, it's just something free. Now people expect it to be a loan. You know what I'm saying? So nothing's free out here. So I don't expect Anthony Joshua to feel like he needs to have the spirit of fighting free. And usually people who say stuff like that, they never got paid from sports. You don't never hear athletes run around like, oh man, he look like he got paid. Like, nah. You either got it or you don't, buddy. You either got it or you don't. That's all it is to it. You either want to be the best or you don't want to be the best. If you don't want to be the best, then they'll find other ways of finding someone who does want to be the best. But you definitely don't have to be the best, though. You definitely don't have to be the best. You just have to be your best. A lot of you guys don't want to do that. But yeah, Anthony Joshua, he just got to focus on what he needs to do. He put too much pressure on himself, and he used to fight way better than what he fights now. I don't think it's the competition. I think it's more of the fear of being dropped, man. Like, ever since Andrew Weed dropped him, he hasn't let his hand go the same. I feel like he fought a better fight the last Usyk fight, but I don't know. I felt like he fought good the last two Usyk fights. It's just that he didn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, I'm like, bro, you can't let some of these guys outpunch you and feel like they can stand in front of you. At a certain point, it gets disrespectful. Like, that a guy feel like he can stand in front of you and trade with you. That's definitely not how that's supposed to work. Like in Elena's fight, when he got the nose bleeding and all that other stuff, bro, that's not supposed to happen. And then this was a guy who had just fought Wilder, so it's kind of like, That's what I'm trying to figure out, like, how the mandates and stuff are going. Like, is Joshua gonna fight him next? He's fighting the same guy as Wilder at this point. Like, what's the point of all this? That's why I'm kind of like, I'm not even trying to figure it out no more. Either he fights him or he doesn't. If he doesn't, then I'll just figure out the match he's in. He's gonna have a hard fight too. This dude coming in here to upset him, send him home with nothing. I hope Anthony Joshua prepared like he says he does, like he said he is, because this guy definitely not coming to play. But I'm gonna have more on this fight though coming down the line. But that's all I got right now. Like and subscribe.